Right. Let's get back into it. Hey, everybody. It's Lee, and this is Let Us Say It For You.
Big Mike and the kiddo.
Doesn't that feel at home?
That's great.
Doesn't that smell like
Don't let it be
cookies? Cookies on a, I don't know. People like cookies.
I love cookies, personally. Chocolate
I'm a fan.
Nestle.
Yes.
Toll House. From the oven. 12 minutes only. Don't cook your Nestle listen, bitch. Let me tell y'all. Don't cook those Nestle cookies over 12 minutes, bitch. It is delicious if y'all cook it under 12 minutes. 11 at the minimum, 12 at the most. You're gonna have the softest Toll House cookies.
Okay.
Delicious.
I'm gonna try. So my thing is, I'm not a cookie person, but I was saying to Mia, I was like, I would like us to do stuff like that. Like, I want us to start. We did it when she was younger, and then we stopped, and now we're in like this gap of like not doing stuff. So I was like, you don't watch movies with me anymore. And she's like, well, mommy, you didn't call me down here to watch a movie. And I said, when I call you down here to watch a movie, we start watching it, and then you leave, and then I'm left, and it's a cartoon, and I'm always crying. I cry every time. That's how the fuck I watched Encanto. And she had seen Encanto before me, and so I was like, okay, I'm ready to watch it. So we seen her watching Encanto. After a while, Mia get up. I'm fucked up by Bruno and everybody else by myself. That always happens like that.
Okay, can we have an episode we dissect Disney movies?
So we did have an episode like that. You don't remember that?
No, I'm saying like.
We didn't dissect.
We didn't dissect. We said what we liked and why we liked them. And we talked about Aladdin how
you up with and I feel like that's why. Right. We could do it again because it's deeper now. You somebody mama now.
But no, that's
it's deeper. Saying. I feel like it's
so
deeper.
Like we talked about the lessons of why I like Lion King, why we like Aladdin.
Whatever.
Right. But it's just like dissecting the character that they chose to have in some of these roles in Disney movies. Like, it's fuck abuela for me in Encanto.
Why was this old bitch like that, bruh? And like, I'm trying to, because I'm assuming you've seen Encanto more times than I have, right? I've only seen it once straight through. But I feel like even after they made up at the end, I remember being content with the way she apologized. But I still don't like this bitch. That means I don't believe it, right?
I wasn't okay
with how mean she was to the little fucking girl.
I wasn't okay. So we should have a separate podcast.
I'm gonna put a little note.
Put a little note. We're gonna talk about Abuela from Encanto.
Disney.
It's fuck her. 2. And it's fuck her mom. It's fuck her mom, Maribel's mom, because she damn sure should have stood up for her kid a little bit more.
Oh my! But okay, the daddy was too, right? Yeah, we're gonna go to tangent.
We're done. We're gonna go back. We're gonna stick to what we were talking about. If you haven't watched Encanto, go watch Encanto. It's a really great
before movie. She come back on the episode, because I'm finna drag her fucking body. Because I don't play by my fucking kids. Okay. Come on. So this is the rest of the little bit of vodka I had. Mike is a little bit more. I don't mind. I don't want it. Cheers. Thank you for coming on here, bitch. Woo.
Very tasty. Why we do that?
So how I know I'm getting drunk is because that wasn't even that bad.
Thing in the back.
Okay. So I'm gonna try my. I'm on my shit, but I would like to do a quick. Maybe I can save this for the next. I want to do a little bit because I've been waiting to have you on here. Oh no.
Oh no.
I can tie it to this. Okay. What's your name? So I'm gonna bring up something. Nene Leakes. I saw this today. Nene Leakes. Everybody knows Nene. Shout out to Nene. Nene from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yes. So what she was saying in the post, Micah read the header, but I listened to some of them. I didn't listen to every video. And Nene was saying she was crying. It was a sadder, more somber thing. And she was like, it kind of like, since my husband is gone, it's like, who the fuck do I put as my emergency contact now when something happens? And she was like, I've been putting my son, her oldest son. And if I have not watched Real Housewives of Atlanta in a very long time, but her oldest son, that's not Greg's son. Greg Leakes is her son, her husband that passed away a couple years ago with a battle with cancer. But that was like her love, kind of like your parents. Were married, got divorced, got back together. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was the love of her life. I believe that. But he was sick and he passed away. But the oldest one be in trouble all the time. Either way, that's her emergency contact now. She was like, it crossed her mind, like, because That's what I'm saying. It's not even the direction you think, because I was like, damn, I feel like I may fall in this category one day. Her thought was just to have somebody to be around. And Nene was like, even she's like, maybe I don't love him as much as I would want to love him. Or maybe it's not that, but it's like, just to, as I get older, have somebody to just grow old with, right? And so I didn't really think of much of an opinion of it. I just kind of put it down because I wanted to talk about it. But yeah. I mean, what do you think? You know somebody.
So like it's a movie called The Arrangement.
Heard of it, never watched it.
Two old people live right next door to each other, had their lives, been married. I think one of their spouses had passed. They had kids. They moved on with their lives, right? They're pretty healthy old ass people, but they're also pretty old ass attractive people. Right. So they just decided that sometimes they'll spend the night because they feel lonely, right? Mm-hmm. So he would come over there and she would go over there, and they'll just alternate back and forth. And the agreement that they started with, obviously, you spend more time with somebody, you start to love them. Mm-hmm. And so their agreement was to just make sure they don't sleep alone. They didn't want to feel or be alone. I feel like that's a real place, but I also do. It's a sentiment behind not dying alone, right? Because when you get older, things happen. Your heart stops. Like random shit happens to you.
Starts to break. Right. Genetically, your body is built to start declining.
Right. Yes. And so if I'm already in a house with someone where I could be saved because I'm not ready to go, right? This person can essentially help me in this situation. I was telling Leah, I said, I feel like it's so unromantic of the notion to want to be with somebody just so that you don't die by yourself. Yeah. Just so that someone can be there when you're sick. Like it's not romantic.
You're looking for a caretaker, right? Essentially, right? Or company, right? You're just looking for somebody to be around.
Exactly. Yeah. You're not looking for a partner to then start your third life.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. To grow.
We're on our second, I would say.
Right, we're on our second. And so you're looking for somebody to just be a filler so that you don't die alone. And I think ultimately no one wants to be alone. But at the same time, I think the agreement, the arrangement of whatever you make should be mutual. It should be, straightforward. But it's very hard. I think it would be very hard to sell to a man or to anybody that, hey, I just want you around because I don't want to be alone.
And I guess the finesse in that is you don't say it that way, because I mean, we feel like a lot of people do that, right? So the finesse.
Virgo. The fuck?
Virgos
be on some other
and it'd be so weird because you know how I feel about your mama September Virgo.
Yeah.
Gosh, you know how I feel about September Virgos. And I love my mama.
Virgos gonna say it. And they gonna say it when they shouldn't say it. They gonna do things they shouldn't do.
Because here's the thing, I'm a Pisces and I'm gonna say it, but I'm not gonna say it like that.
But you gonna say it.
But you know, I wouldn't say that. So you're right, bitch.
So that's what I mean.
So you're right, bitch. I don't say that. I wouldn't say that.
You have emotionally moral compass.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Although you're straightforward and you really bitch out here, whatever.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that.
There are certain things that you would not frame.
Okay, so here's where I was saying I understood her point, right? Because I've been thinking about that with me. You know me. Micah knows my life more than the best other than me, right? Like Micah knows the most at the top that you can know other than me personally, myself. So this bitch told you something, it's true, right? So you know my experiences and you know how I am. And my thing is, what if I don't get out of this funk, Micah? Like, what if I really just never date another nigga again, right? What if I feel like I'm coming out of it a little bit, right? Like my things have changed in my life that are encouraging me to be a little more whatever, but at the same time, I'm still not gonna talk to a nigga that I feel like can't hold the conversation. If you still live at your mama's house, that's a turn off for me. Yeah. If I feel like your money is not together, I don't want to fuck with you, and I don't even care how nobody feel. So there's all these aspects that I still have to consider, but I just feel like it's always gonna be a nigga around that's gonna like me. I don't know. I talked about it in the last podcast, but there was I can tell you about it offline, but there was just a younger girl. She was 31. And I felt like she was offended by some comments that were made because she felt like Ebony K. Williams made a comment saying that the older Black women get, the more our value.
Yeah, our pool.
But she was saying we are less desirable. Yeah, yes. Whereas Black men are the complete opposite. They're more desirable.
But guess what, babe? It's women in general. The older all of us get.
And my thing was, that didn't make me feel no type of way. I don't know. I feel like when I'm 50, I'm finna be lit still.
But
like it's still gonna be an old 50-year-old nigga that like me.
But a 50-year-old, yes.
That's how I feel.
But older men like younger women.
Agreed. And
so more than likely,
it'll be a smaller pool.
They will be trying to date 35-year-olds. Shit, 30-year-olds.
My thing is
they just get nastier the older they get.
And my thing was I was fine with that, but I felt my logic. Did it do it?
That was cool. No, it just was like a thumbs up. Somebody agreed, but you should have seen it. Wow, it's so fucking weird.
Is it my thumbs up that does it? Okay, sorry. Oh, yeah, it was me. Okay, sorry, you too. But yeah, when it comes to that, I guess I just felt like she was offended so much by the comments because I think she was taking the whole our equity and stuff like that lowers. And my thing is, but it's the truth. I mean, if a man who wants a woman of childbearing age, the older we get, the less childbearing fucking abilities we have. It just is what it is. So I didn't take offense to that. I feel like there's always going to be somebody I marry. And my thing is that may be a point where I do have to settle. So like, I want a guy that's really tall. It's not hard for me to meet a tall guy because honestly, not even really tall. My daughter's dad is not really tall. We feel like he got taller after I got with him.
Taller than her.
But everybody's taller than me. So realistically, I like 6 foot and up, but I don't necessarily need that. A 5'7", a 5'7" nigga is tall for me.
Towering.
Yeah.
Her neck hurts.
For me, my gauge be if his whole head is like starts here.
She's 5. What are you?
1. I just.
Girl,
so everybody talking.
What are 5'6" niggas at?
I don't want you. I don't know. Really tall guys.
Your neck hurts.
Anyway, okay. So anyway, it's right tight. I'm of a pinch nerve.
I have to massage you.
That feels great. It's a pinch nerve. So anyway, all I'm saying is, I feel like I understand her narrative a little bit because I feel like the older you get, the more you do probably do lower your whatever. And if it does get to a point where I done been picky, I done just lived off of you and Willie and y'all kids and shit. Paige in her life, Bree in her life.
Will always be fulfilled.
Always be and that's fulfilled. What I'm saying, Micah. Yeah. If we're being realistic, where I'm at, sex, not getting actual real dick has clearly not stressed me out.
Yeah, and I feel like in the grand scheme of things, it's a mind over matter thing.
Come on. And my mind is definitely over the fucking matter. So if I'm really going based off getting the orgasm, because that's the goal, and enjoying my friends, enjoying my youth, enjoying my dog, all my fucking plans. I mean, I can really ride this out. Yes, I can really ride this out, especially. It's not going, yeah. So I may
smack you as hard,
but it could when a bitch hit 50, and then I may be like, maybe I do need to just marry. My thing is, I never say never because I just don't know how I feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I make it to the space where that's the case.
But you know,
and then you see what I'm saying? Then it's not even. It's like picking somebody. Her stance wasn't. It wasn't kind of like sad. It wasn't like what you're right. It was more so some. Maybe I do need to. Yeah, right. And maybe I should accept somebody that I can. That I like enough, like you know what I'm saying. That but no, look, it may not be 100% love.
So she wants to settle. That's what.
She right? Accepting that. Maybe that's what she got to do.
I want to settle because I don't want to be alone. I don't want to die alone, right? And I want someone to care for me in that way, or at least be in the vicinity of me if something happens, right? Mm-hmm. My mom is a 67-year-old woman that looks
nothing
twice.
Like it. Her mom looks so good. She giving young hoes a run.
She's considering dating, whatever that looks like, but it's not realistic for her.
Yeah,
it's just not. And my mom is super picky, so I feel like honestly, my dad has had women after her.
Don't men always bounce back?
And the thing,
we be the ones struggling.
And the thing is, they're never going to have an issue where they have to find someone, because women are always waiting,
ready and waiting to pick
right.
Up a nigga.
The ratio to men to women on the planet is even crazier than it's crazy as the one.
The school college,
right?
Yes, and the college one, as I said last episode,
7 women.
There you go.
So at this point, it may be
black woman,
one man to 4 women globally. I don't fucking know what it is, but they always are going to have the better pick.
They're gonna get the better end of the stick with that.
They are. But I also do feel like in 2021, a lot of boys were born. So
sure, our kids will be better off.
Yeah, I think our kids will be better. I think
your kids, because mine is 11. So Mia gonna date a nigga that's 11 years younger than her.
No,
or
of course not.
No, what year you said?
Hmm?
What year you said?
In year 2021, a lot of boys were born.
So Mia was what, 2 years in? What year are we in now? She was
2029. Yeah, she's not gonna date unless she gets 35 and dates a nigga that's like 20.
Right. She could. I don't know. Mia. Oh, okay. Let's do that. Brief information. We're switching off of that because I want to. 11 is a dot, right? Mia, your kids are very young, but I would like us to have this as like a time capsule. What type of woman? We can start with Amari and we'll put Mia and then we'll do Kai. What do you, based on their personalities right now, what you picturing your son with? Like, what you feel like Amari gonna bring home?
Me and Willie have talked about this, and I felt
that's hilarious. I would love to hear this.
Both of my fucking sons are gonna be like so emotionally invested in these hoes.
I don't know. Go ahead. I ain't got nothing to say yet. Go ahead. Listen. It's giving yet.
Amari,
they are going to be so in touch.
They're going to be
with their emotions.
They're really affectionate because they're really affectionate.
Yes.
They give kisses and hugs.
And then the people they have around them are like that. They with their grandma. They with their grandma all day. And like, when I come over there, me and Amari got a song.
Listen, like, so the woman that I hope.
Give me Amari first. Yeah.
The woman that I hope Amari ends up with, and it's so crazy because we haven't thought of what she would look like or what she would be like.
Fine.
But we do know that she has to be equally affectionate.
This is what you hope for.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope for an equally affectionate woman. I hope for a woman that is ambitious and that is not really content in just being. Like, she wants more than just to be. She wants a purpose. She wants drive.
Yeah.
Because Amari gets bored with things once he conquers it. So I feel like a man like that is always going to be aspiring for the next best thing.
That is a beautiful sentence.
Sucks.
That's a beautiful sentence about your son.
Fucking sucks. Because for the woman, she has to
equally he gonna conquer her and
you know what I mean?
Over it.
And be over it. So he
a what again? Oh, he a Virgo.
Yeah. It's a pot, but the grounding that he has is family. Yeah. Right? Instability. Right?
But don't all Virgos have that? My baby daddy is Virgo.
And they get
his
married.
mom and dad been married his whole life. And Manny is still not married.
But we have to think about the rearing.
Agreed.
Of the child that is the sign. My dad is reared to be married over and over, and he's been married 3 times.
Yeah. That's a married
my mom probably only fucked one nigga her whole life. I'll give her 2. My daddy and somebody, and I don't.
That's her being feisty. Yeah, she's making it up. She don't even believe it. She really don't believe it.
It's just my dad.
She's just giving you grace.
So, and for that, it's literally one man my whole life. I am grounded to family. I am grounded to what that's like as a man to a woman, us together building, right?
Yeah.
So I do believe Amari will have that in his hindsight when he's dating his woman, but I do feel like she's gonna have to come with more, especially because he's gonna see me doing hella shit. Right.
Okay, that's what you want. Tell me this is a better question. I feel like your first girlfriend. What you think the first girl you'll meet based on what he does now?
She's probably gonna be ghetto. Ghetto women are very confident, and I think it's super attractive.
Yeah,
honestly,
that's really funny.
Yeah, and I say ghetto. I say ghetto, and I mean like hood. I mean
like what's up? What's up, Amari?
Like down to earth. But
I can't wait to hear about these little.
I feel like she gonna be hood, because I mean I was raised in the hood, but I was also raised by a fucking doctor. So I was like a real deal doctor. I went to BA, but I went home to Dr. Deborah,
and that's why she's this one.
So I have the best of both worlds. So I can see him getting a little ratchet, and I would probably like her. I probably would like his first girlfriend. I probably wouldn't. I'll probably compare her to the rest of the hoes that he picks. Because honestly, ghetto hood women are very ambitious and they go after what they want. They're a little rough around the edges, but other than that, they get shit done.
Look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, there you fucking go.
There you go.
So I think it's gonna be one of those.
Okay.
The first one.
My kid.
He's gonna be smitten like a motherfucker.
Yeah. And I feel like
she gonna be.
I want to co-sign with that. I feel like I can't wait to meet her. I can't wait for that phase of that. I'm very open to all I'm very open to all like the auntie, TT, mommy. Like I love this stage of life. I'm very here for it. My daughter is so something she brought up for me today that I did not remember, and I thought that was hilarious. My daughter is very into Asian culture. Like Mia even looks Asian. People constantly asked me if my baby daddy was Asian because her eyes were closed. They were like, is she Chinese? No, she's not. I don't know where her dad and my mom do get the chinky eye thing. I don't really have that, but whatever. So Mia said to me today, she was like, Mommy, I don't know if you remember when Mia like first started like standing up, the Gangnam Style, they're Korean. Like Mia watches currently teen soap operas in Korean. She can change the audio. And she doesn't. She keeps it on Korean and she puts the English subtitles. And she was like, and so I just watched her like listening and like she's picking up on little things. I mean, to me, it can't be a bad thing. You're constantly listening to that shit, you must get it. But Mia has just always been attached to the Asian side of things. So she told me today as well. She was like, Mommy, I like BTS again. So everybody on the planet, they are beautiful boys. But they're so dainty. Makeup, y'all. I know these motherfuckers like buff and shine their nails, like which I don't mind.
They look like white women.
Beautiful young men.
Their lips are rosy red and like peachy,
like red. So
or peachy. Fine.
For me, I and even the little boy that Mia, the one that Manny like had a nervous heart attack, high yellow as fuck. Cute. He was cute, but he was bright. You
liked him bright.
I did like him bright when I was young, and I blamed that on Aladdin. And you know who else I blamed it on, bitch? I just thought about it today.
And Aladdin wasn't even bright, girl. So where did you get that from?
But he was lighter.
It was your color right now.
It was not my color right now. Aladdin is lighter than me. Aladdin, my street rat.
Let's pull up the street rat. Your street rat was Indian.
Yes, but he was a lighter Indian.
Brown Indian.
But he was a lighter brown. They wasn't like Aladdin.
Show the screen. See this boy. Girl, you annoying. Okay.
Right, bitch.
So I guess I was honing in on the red.
Yeah, you did get to be the light.
Wow, that's crazy.
Micah, that's when Micah when we did
girl,
when we did that Disney episode and I really thought about it, it was like damn. I feel like that really does set the tone for which I'm telling you, he was yellow. I like them yellow niggas. I did for a long time, and my baby on that. And Mia's a little bit lighter than us. What you say? Mia's not light skin, but she has like a shade lighter.
She's dirty red.
Yes, that's what you be saying. Yeah,
she's darker than Paige.
She's darker than Paige. Yes,
Paige is our red bone.
Mm-hmm.
She's darker than Paige, but she's
and you don't even call Paige red. You call Paige. I feel like you call Paige dirty. Yeah, dirty. But Paige is still lighter. It's like and Mia. So Mia maybe like a stage up from us.
Mia has a red undertone. Paige has a yellow undertone.
She's so good,
which appears with like it's a brighter. Like Amari is the yellow undertone, and
what's my undertone?
And Kai is red. Your face is a yellow undertone.
That's what I thought.
But you are red in general.
And how that work?
So look, like yellow undertone.
What?
So yellow undertone is red. Yellow.
If you're on YouTube, y'all can see us doing this. Sorry. This yeah. Buttercream. Okay.
Oh my God, I was gonna say that randomly. You said it.
Yes, my girl. Oh wait, we gotta do it. YouTube, hold on. That thing. So see my nose ring? It's an outline heart. And see like this thing? We didn't even plan that. Right? It's my girl. Anyway, okay. So I feel like Mia is gonna bring me home a really high yellow guy, but I do feel like what I would want.
She'll be more inclined to.
Yes.
You think?
I do think.
I hope he's supposed to.
Yeah, I think she'd be more inclined to that. And I told her, we talked about it today because she was like, Mommy, I really gotta go to Japan. I said, baby, I'm gonna take you. And you know I don't want to go over there.
Korea is Japan and Korea. Japan are two different places.
I had 3 of them on there because my thing is if we're gonna go, let's just go. Like she's just so into the
That's what I told her.
So I told her, I literally had my first rebuttal, and she named I don't know what the exact name is, and she's asleep now, but whatever the name is, she was like, Mommy, they have da-da-da-da. They want to be black so bad. That's all they do. Like they just get tans, they do this. So she's like, Mom, they want to be us like really bad, right? So I was like, but that's just and them not the ones that's fucking feeding us out of goddamn dog bowls at play. I don't know. My thing to her. Part of it where I was able to, that was my traveling experience or whatever. So with her, I want to take her to different places. Like, if I'm going to go to Paris, why not bring my kid to Paris? She's 11 now. I heard it's terrible. Did y'all see them fucking reels? I heard it ain't what it. Okay, because we're going to go into attention. All right. Anyway, to go away to Nene Leaks, what do you say? Yay or nay on that? I mean, do you understand? Do you not understand?
No. That's the thing. Like,
how do you feel? Yeah. What is your stance on it?
You have to get comfortable with knowing that it's not about love. It's about safety,
companionship,
safety and companionship. That's it. If you're okay with moving forward with that for the rest of your life, being in that arrangement, because it's a fucking arrangement, then okay. That's it. I got people right now that's over 50, alone as fuck, and they're declining.
And they tripping.
As a person.
Hard.
So we need people.
Okay. And I have to go there. Okay. Those people that do they have this?
No.
Like a close friend to rear them in? Because and I'm thinking about, I had very close relationships. Micah is my closest, but if I gotta dig deep, like, and not even dig deep, if I have to call somebody, I got to breathe. Right? I got mad people. I got Jones, I got Christina. I got mad people to whatever, but she is my go-to. So my thing is, do these people have anybody like that?
And it's always admired that I have.
Yeah.
That I have.
My mama like that too. So I got to keep an eye on her.
And my mom too.
Yeah.
So no, I think in their generation that wasn't important.
I was just about to say, it seems like these old ladies ain't got no fucking
both
friend.
of their generation, it's
because it's two. Yeah, my mom is not
in. It's the Xers. Your mom's an Xer,
and the other two are
boomers. So
the other two are boomers. So
your mom is a Generation X.
She's 55, so she's not.
She's a I think it's a generational thing because all of them, I don't think friendship was at the top of it.
Yeah, it must
it's not. They don't have them. But I take that back. My mom has a really great friend group in Dallas. So I gotta take that back.
And she moved there.
She's been going to the Essence Festival since I was young with her girls every July.
And that's beautiful.
My mom be gone.
Your mama ain't never home.
Mama ain't never home. Every July, she's like, okay, I'm going to Essence Festival with my girls.
We said we was gonna start doing that. When we gonna start Essence? 35, our 35th is I think our 35th should be the big show.
We can go. I'm here.
Let's do our 30. I think 35. We Essence.
And the Essence ain't even what it used to be because now it's Ratch.
I know, but India put a stop to that. She said she wasn't fucking with it. She said she likes Meg and etc.
I heard it.
You heard about it, and how you felt about it?
I listened to the whole thing she said.
I didn't listen to it at all. Go ahead.
So she's right. I feel like the era of Essence where it was quote unquote wholesome and it was more about unity and women coming together and celebrating each other and bodies and blah blah blah. It's not that anymore. And not that it's a bad thing, it's generationally different. So the people who have been going to Essence since Essence started in 96,
whatever the fuck,
they're not gonna get the same thing out of Essence because now Essence is catering to the TikTok. They're catering to
because that's where the money is.
You know what I mean? So
and I guess that's fair. That's fair because that's
we
fair.
can't get mad at them for that.
Yeah,
that's not what the fuck they're used to,
and that's fair because events have to go with the times, right? So
to keep the events alive.
Yeah, because we don't. I mean, for us, we do. I don't think all of us as the millennials like the shit that you and I like. Like Tony Braxton be at Essence.
Tony.
I love Tony. I'll fight by Tony. Yeah. And everybody don't give a fuck about Tony like that, right? Like everybody doesn't care. Girl, Maya was posted. Maya's birthday was yesterday or the day before yesterday. It was a girl in the. I just saw it today. I don't know. It must have been yesterday, whatever. But she was like, "Who the fuck even is that?" No, it was Maya.
Maya, that's fucked up.
I was so mad at Micah. I didn't say shit to her, but everybody in the comments was like, "Bitch, you serious? Are you for real?" Da, da, da. So somebody wrote, and it was like, she's a '90s singer, and they were the person that they were the you. I feel like in that situation, she could be 18. She might really not know who the fuck Maya is.
The bitch who came out with Area Codes recently, what is her name?
Callie.
She said she didn't even know a song called Area Codes was even made.
No, do we believe that?
Fucking liar.
I don't believe it.
Bro, that is ludicrous.
But let's be
no. I don't care what generation.
Okay, I take it back.
That bitch.
But no, I don't think. Okay,
she Googled it. I know she did because when they making up the names for these songs, you trying to see if it already exists. You're a fucking liar. Because Area Codes, I guarantee you. But
let's say she Googled Area Codes. She Googled Area Codes and didn't recognize the song.
You saw the name.
But it don't matter. If you didn't recognize the song, it don't fucking matter. Because there's a lot of B-side songs, quote unquote, that people don't recognize. So she probably like, I don't know what the fuck that is, so I'm going to put mine out. Right? And I don't know. That's hard for me to believe, but Callie is young as fuck. Like, we're at the age now where we got to embrace that we up there a little bit.
I get it. But you go down the list because she's current.
And that repost is 2022.
Because she's current, it's Callie. But still, if I keep going down, like,
okay, then let's think about this. If she really doesn't know, because I didn't care. I didn't like that comment either when I heard it, but I was undecided. Correct. But if we're thinking, okay, so if she really didn't know, fine. But if she did know the song and decided I didn't want to, what would be the point of that? Like, what would be the point of just claiming Luda?
I think it's just giving reverence. I feel like
she may not want to do that.
The hip hop awards that just came, right?
I was part of it because I couldn't watch it.
They literally Swizz Beats and all them people was on there, and this one man who literally came out with
Molly Mall.
Sampling is
Molly Mall.
Please give reverence. At some point, you have to. It's once again the culture of African Americans. We have a hard time going back, remembering, and then giving reverence.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you to harp on slavery, bitch. I'm asking you to respect it. That's it. Respect that it happened and that it did take a toll on people moving forward.
Yeah.
Hip hop did not just come out of fucking nowhere. Some people had to, you know what I mean? Like, rap was not a cool thing. People were against rap.
When I came home last night, I turned it on, but I just clicked record for the next airing, so it's saved on my recording somewhere.
Okay.
But it was on, and I was just making reels of shit. And I remember when Molly Mall came out, and it was like, he created sampling.
Yeah.
And then people were clapping, and then you saw Timbaland get up, and he just like ran across the stage and was like, "Get up, get up, get up, get up!" Yeah. Because
sampling is what
people so insane right now. Like, people are mad at this point with how much sampling is taking place. Yeah. It's too hard at this point, but sampling been happening for years, right? So I love sampling. Like some of the songs we love the most. We like
they do.
Yeah, we love that. We love that. Yeah.
Drake had a whole album and contributed to
Tory
every
Lanez.
person he
Tory
sampled.
Lanez.
No, Drake too. Drake too. What is it?
It's not
If
you're watching this too late. If you're watching the reading, it's too late.
Yes.
If you're reading,
he sampled.
No, that was views. Drop that shit like what was on views.
That's what I'm talking about. So he literally sampled most of the shit and gave credit to where the sample fucking came from.
And Tory Lanez, his check. I didn't listen to any of his other Chinks tapes, but his Chinks tapes 5. That shit rent free in my mind. That album alone makes me so mad that he's such a fucking ignorant ass nigga. But every single song was a sample, as like directly. Every song, Beauty and the Beast, that was beautiful by whatever. Jerry Sprunger is my favorite one on there. Well, not my favorite one, but my most known one. My favorite one is the one with him in The Dream. He did 2 of the Dream songs, but he did it was very well put together.
So once again,
yeah,
it just didn't come out of nowhere. Just give reverence. And I feel like it's not even, I guess it's the old bitch to say to respect where you came from, but it's not.
But that's how Kim felt about Nicki, and you see how that turned out.
It's a real thing to say.
Well, what we can do on that is Lotto came out with a song recently. It's called It's a Party. But it's very much so Waka Flocka's It's a Party. Like it's a party, it's a party. It has a little bit of that in it. So everybody was dragging her in the comments, but there was a whole bunch of people saying, why? She shouted him out, she tagged him in it. And Waka came on there and said, Waka was like, I'll never do that. Like, I fuck with her. And he was like, she from where he from, it seems like, or something county. Yeah. And he was like, nah, like, I'm happy baby girl, blah, blah, blah.
Because he getting his fucking money.
Yeah,
too.
that's a lot of people said. And somebody said that, and he was like, not even. So I don't know what that not even means, but But she gave reverence. She gave reverence like she should have.
He may be saying it doesn't matter regardless.
Yeah.
I fuck with her anyway.
So
even if I wasn't getting paid for this, I still fuck with her for doing it because it's still reverence because you chose my song.
Correct.
To do a sample of.
It's a party. Yeah.
You thought it was that lit that you wanted
and while people may feel how they feel about Lotto is a popping ass bitch. We got to give her credit. Well, Lotto come out with some shit people listen. So I agree. Well, shout out to that, I guess, and shout out to Molly Mall. I'm gonna watch the BET Awards. Maybe I have the BET Hip Hop. Maybe I have more to give out after that. But shout out to that. All right, this is the time we've been waiting on. Jada. There's only 2 topics left. These last 2 go together. So Jada Pinkett Smith. Apparently Jada wrote a book. If I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna. Yes. There's a book, right? Okay. She wrote a book, and Jada was like, "I'm gonna give y'all the tea. Me and Will ain't even in together. That ain't even my nigga no more, right?" So I got up today, and it was just so much Jada Pinkett shit going on. And Jada basically came out. The first announcement was her and Will have been separated since 2016. And to Michael's point, we talked about this a little bit before we got on here. She did say this on that Red Table Talk where she announced the whole entanglement thing. She did say that they made it very fucking clear they're not getting a divorce ever. So it don't ever fucking matter. We gonna keep a united front. So I'm like, okay, cool. So here, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let you go. My issue is I have an answer to that already, but I'll say this. My issue is then why say all this now? The other tidbit that I sent to the podcast page to talk about it now was she said that Chris Rock, he asked her on a date when, yes, that was another part of the tension. He asked her out when rumors were swirling back then that her and Will were on the fritz, like when it was, and we got to be honest, like, people in our circle know what the fuck going on in our circle. In their circle, Chris might have known. They did Madagascar together. So we got to think about that. And Madagascar is a staple in my, right? My little sister knew that shit word for word. Madagascar 1 is a thing. So they worked together on 3 movies. They obviously spent time. So he couldn't see her arguing with Will or talking to the divorce lawyer or whatever the fuck. Either way, that was a part of it too. And I guess that may have fueled the fire with their whole debacle. How you feel. And Red Table Talk is gone for anybody who wasn't aware of that. Red Table Talk is no longer a thing. Facebook canceled like that whole stream of like TV episode things they were doing. But Red Table Talk, I just had to go with that because that's what it was. However, I feel like I didn't hear much about it after the whole slap and all that.
Yeah, they took away Facebook Watch. So the Facebook TV went away after that shit happened. How you feel about Jada and her bullshit? Personally, I just gotta start by saying I fuck with Will so hard. I fuck with Will Smith so hard. Because everybody does, and they continue to. Bitch won't shut the fuck up about that shit. Jada embarrassing. And Jada embarrassing. Will has yet to say a word about anything. And honestly, if he has side hoes, if he had entanglements, who knew? They are respectful as fuck because we have yet to hear from them. And it's been years. We said that on the podcast. Been years when we talked about this. Michael was still on at that time, and we talked about this. Will has been silent, and I feel like she's so fucking embarrassing. And I feel like there is a point. There is a point where you can be vulnerable and open because you want to share a certain perspective because you want to help people. I don't know what the fuck she's doing to help anyone. Like what you opening your mouth isn't helpful. I don't know if it's helpful at this point. I really don't. And I feel like Will's silence is so loud. His silence is so loud, and like somebody was like, "Oh, so you smacked the nigga, but for a bitch you not even with, right? For nothing." But this is one of his kids. I mean, I'm not going. I didn't like that comment. I'm not going to. We can't act like just because you're not with somebody, they don't mean a lot to you. Well, right? I thought somebody pointed out that same comment, and they were like, everybody's saying, "Oh, you slapped a nigga over your homegirl." And the guy was like, everybody's saying you slap nigga over your homegirl. I slap niggas over my homegirl. So that's the point. Yeah, it's like that's not his homegirl. That's still his wife. That's the mother. And the mother. But that's the mother. Fuck all everything else. And before the alleged separation, they were on 25 years. This 7 we think just made it into 30 something. Yeah. But they were at 25 when that happened. I'm over it. Or when the thing happened. Yeah, so. Like I said, I feel like she's embarrassing. I feel like Will shake his fucking head every time he look at his phone. I love Will's Instagram. I have not seen him post as much since he that nigga. He's lost a lot, but he's trying to rebuild, right? Yeah. Jada, I don't know what the fuck you talking is really doing for you or your family or for other married couples or divorced couples or whatever. It's not helpful. So that's where I'm at. So let's devil's advocate. I'm there with it now. Devil's cat. I'm because you usually do this, but I'm gonna try to do this time. Jada said, I don't know if it was on that Red Table Talk. I feel like it was before that or something before that. I ain't never been really Will and Jada. I have been heavy Red Table Talk. So okay. I ain't never been Will and Jada heavy. But I've always admired it. And Will Smith, everybody was. Nobody doesn't like Will Smith except Chris. Yeah. And I feel like Chris probably like Will Smith too. He does. And everybody does. Everybody loves Will. But Jada was saying that, like, when Will was trying to get at her and all that, she just wasn't on there. Like Jada had like the nympho phase. I get it, yeah. She was fucky, yeah. Trying to conform into monogamy was very difficult for her. We have friends that are like this. Okay, but she made a decision. You're right. So that shit did. But we're ignoring that because we're trying to just be devil's advocate here. Yes, we're ignoring that. Because if everybody did what the fuck they were supposed to do, we wouldn't have problems. So he forced her into this lifestyle. And now he gotta live with it. Yes, and the repercussions of this, because here's the flip. Him forcing her, you also know that you're trying to fit a circle into a square. Or a square into a circle, whatever. Both parts know this. That's what I'm saying. So for me, Will has had to change so many different things. He has had to compromise with her with so many things. He said, babe, I know you don't like going out of the country, but at least for my birthday, can you come with me out the country? One time out of the year, I need you to go to Dubai with me. One time of the year, I need you to go scuba diving with me. One time out of the year. This is what they talked about. This is the arrangement her and Will came to. Because she said, I don't want to do nothing but farm. This bitch wanted a farm. when he wanted her to have more babies and live with him while he acted. She declined the offer and decided to be, you know what? Fuck it, I don't want to live on a farm no more. Fine, I'll be with you. And I'll have your fucking kids and I'll live in your house and I'll do movies and whatever the fuck. She was done with the shit. But she wasn't done. But she kept it going because she said who Will was. It's hard to say no to somebody as great as him.
Yeah.
Because I'm losing if I don't have him, right? So if we think about Will in that aspect, okay, you had somebody who was willing to compromise for you, but then he didn't make her do most of the shit he wanted her to do their whole relationship. He compromised on not having the woman next to him all the fucking time that he wanted. All the time. All the fucking time. He wanted her to do excursions. She said, hey, babe, I can't. I literally am sick. I don't want to do this.
Okay, so then I don't know.
He compromised.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like and he stayed. So I feel like we have to argue both. Like so it's okay for him. No, but here's the gag. Apparently, Will been fucking bitches for years. It's just that they quiet. So do we really know? Yeah.
Where are they?
Will apparently from all the white bitches he was in movies with. Harley Quinn.
Where are they?
That's why apparently that's part of why he's not on
Suicide Squad. So tell me.
Because she was busting.
Why?
She was busting people and the fucking people who be in people business. That's what they said. And okay, I'm
okay.
And usually we're on very different scales of this.
Okay.
However, and I'm not defending it because I agree with you. I feel like Jada is embarrassing as fuck. Just shut the fuck up. Stop posting Uncle Tupac. Like, bitch, he gone. Let that man rest. She always posting my nigga. She always posting my nigga.
But that's the man she wanted to be with.
Me too, bitch. But he gone. And you pick Will.
And Will has to live with that shit for the rest of his life.
But then she gotta live with, like, Jada is choosing at this point. Why she keep fucking talking? Because Jada knows that everybody wants her to shut the fuck up. Jada know that. And Jada said, I'm gonna fuck my son, friend.
Oh.
See? When you start saying it like that, then it hurt. Then it hurt your chest. But Jada out here fucking Karate Kid homeboy. That's tough. And all I'm gonna say is this. Let's think of two people who have all the best intentions. You are the only person I can have this conversation with because you are the only bitch that can put your fucking shoes. You know what I'm saying? And other people's shit. Two people who have all good intentions. And like you said, Jada knows this is a good man. We people who feel like are with people because this is a good, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like this, and she could definitely be with worse niggas than William Smith. Yeah. So she's there and she's doing it, and it's like I don't even doubt that they love each other. We think she loves him and he loves her, but it's past that. So now it's just like I don't want to do none of this shit. He want to do. If anything, I feel like I'm more mad at Will.
I feel like
I'm more mad at Will. You keep trying to make it seems like Will had to compromise the most.
He did.
But why? Leave the man. She want to be with my nigga. She want to be with Tupac. She want a thug life tatted across the fucking stomach.
So my thing is they both see value in the other.
What the fuck you saw in Jada? Because Will has definitely had a more successful career than Jada has had.
It's about the person.
Okay.
It's about what the person adds to you.
Yeah.
About how you feel, how they listen to you, how they, you know what I mean?
And that's even sadder because it's like, so when you were in love that deep, Will, or because what if he wasn't like her? And what if he really did look like the image? What if he did just like the image?
Fuck the image. He said he wasn't getting divorced again.
And she said the same shit. They seem very stuck on it.
So she was never married first.
She said she was just never going to get a divorce. Yeah.
He was stuck on being a man who would never beat his wife and who would never get a divorce. So far, the never beating his wife has stayed true. He would never. He has never.
Yeah,
he don't even allow her to cuss in their house. That's how they do it. You will not talk to me like that in front of my kids, and you will not talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, great compromise came from both sides.
And it's like, damn, bitch, so why y'all together? Like,
so I feel like. Oh, it's kind of how I feel.
Maybe cascaded into
Beyonce and Jay. Who the fuck Beyonce gonna be with? Who? Name someone who is as great as her to be with her.
But back then, but we got to think about when they got together.
Right now.
But right now, sure.
Okay, but comparable. At their time when they were married, they were each other's match for whatever reason they were each other's match. They both was from like hoods from where they were from. She's from Boston. Where the fuck she from? He from Philly. She's from where is she from? I feel like she's from Boston.
Alexa, where's Jada Pinkett from?
Baltimore, right? So you got Baltimore and you got Philly.
Alexa,
so
10.
At some point, it's like, okay, we have kindred souls because we were raised separately. But at the same time, it's probably the realest bitch he ever met. That told him about. That's what I mean.
Niggas like real.
So you know if this is the person I feel like I want, like I said, I do feel like marriage is a settlement. I do feel like finding someone that you love or that you're willing to deal with and has some deal breaker you're settling at some point. Obviously, somewhere, someone is better. Okay.
Danisha said, we don't know nothing about what Willard has done.
We don't.
You're right. Jada should be arrested for
what comment?
Her crying.
She should be.
Shut up. Baltimore. Thank you, Danisha. You're from Baltimore. Okay.
But like I said.
Go ahead, yes.
Just ending.
Yes, ending it. Let's gotta sum it up.
Jada is free to say whatever the fuck she wants to say. I do feel like she has no regard to what Will is gonna feel.
The ramifications
and let me tell you why. So long people have loved Will for every fucking thing he's ever done. To be with somebody that is overloved has to be smothering.
That's some hating ass shit though.
But that's what I'm saying.
But then
he's a fucking hater.
And you've been mad at her. You're right.
So my
I'm sorry. In my mind, you defend her, but you're not defending this bitch.
About it. It's like how dare you come at Will like this? But no, fuck Will. Because what about me?
But that's the problem. And my thing is, Jada should have peeped this from the red table talk. She gave us like a little. She was like, and you know. And he was just like, okay. And that one little second made us feel like maybe she's trying to not talk about the fuck shit he been doing. Like,
but no, also she said, and take him, and he said, no, call it what it is. He don't give a fuck. He
called her out. And we talked about that because then our thing was, so there's that. So does Willard have entanglement, or is Willard like, no, bitch? I have been a good nigga to you.
That's what I'm saying.
And you've been.
That's what it seemed like, because you made up a whole fucking word that the motherfucker, the same nigga you was fucking, the same child you was fucking, made a song after. He made a song.
He made an album about Jada. After that, after the song, the whole fucking album was about this bitch. Jada Pussy hitting on something different because the youth is. All right, we're gonna get off of it. The bottom line is, apparently Jada.
Get me out of this motherfucker. Get me out of this country, motherfucker, Jada. Be quiet.
Jada, we're sick of it. Okay. And what somebody said in the comments. So what somebody said in the comments, and that was a notion to bring here. Somebody in the comments said, it's blowing my mind. They were just like, their consensus was Will is signing off on everything this bitch said.
He won't rebuttal.
Why the fuck are y'all? The fact that y'all acting like this when Will is really sitting there, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. And let's be realistic. Yeah. They have been separated allegedly since 2016. Nobody fucking knew till today. We heard rumors and such, and we found out about the fucking a couple years ago. But somebody was like, the fact that he's signing off on everything she's saying and y'all blowing up like this and worried about him, he know what the fuck going on. We have to believe that because these motherfuckers have fully agreed we're a team. Hey, Will, I'm about to let them know we just separated since 2016. All right, well.
And there was a video that came out.
It's time. And then
the video that came out, she was recording him without him knowing. He said, turn the fucking camera off. I've never heard Will curse before.
I don't believe you because I've never heard Will cuss before.
And so
never heard Willard.
He didn't appreciate the inauthenticity that she was trying to get out of him. So she kept putting the camera in his face or whatever.
But that's not inauthenticity. That is authenticity.
But for him, it was not. You're trying to
show me out of character. That's what that is.
Or you are literally doing this against what the fuck I told you. You don't record me unless I say you can record me.
But
turn off the fucking camera.
But that does support the narrative that Will is a different nigga than we know of. Because
and that's fine. Let that motherfucker be what he want to be.
But then we gotta be understanding to his bitch who's fucking kids. No, not fucking. We don't never understand her fucking.
I'm not on that.
We can't
fucking predator.
She's a predator.
If I tell my partner not to record me when we're having an intimate conversation,
you're passionate
about
it.
Fucking where. Put your fucking phone up and start recording me, you stupid bitch. Why would you do that? Why? You stupid bitch. Oh, you recording me like that? No, I'm done. Now I'm done. Phone, I'm done. No. All right, we done. You had to tell her to respect his boundaries in many ways. Like, put the fucking camera down. I don't want to what.
We're done. Jada, we can argue you for days, sis. And here's what I'll say. I guess my defense of Jada, which is weird because I'm not really on this, but I be thinking of, is there like a yearning thing? I feel like she has tried to, and it's still at her fault and Willard's fault, but they have tried to compress themselves into this certain form for so long.
But they've been swingers for so long, so what the fuck are they compressing?
But that's the point. It's like that when that rumor came out, they denied that shit to the death.
They've been swingers since I've been knowing they was out.
But they've been lying about it since then. Jada came out a little bit and said, I give him a rope, and if he whatever, this little line she had, whatever. But you got two people who have been doing this for what it means for other people. Kind of literally what we. It wasn't you. Micah always. That's the first thing crossed my mind.
That's not something to celebrate, but
yeah, because it's never her, so we're gonna celebrate it. But she has been trying to be
herself, essentially.
Trying to be what he needs her to be, while stifling herself this whole time. And then it's like you did that detriment of the both of you, because while she was doing that, he knew that and she knew that. And they both just let it ride. You know what I'm saying? And now we have this situation where all these deep dark secrets are coming out. And it's kind of like what you said in reference to the wedding. That's where I broke down. People, are you getting this big venue and all this shit because this is what you really want? No. Or are you doing this because of what
other people are going to say about your wedding?
And in the snippet I saw, she was just like, I didn't even watch all of them because I was just over Jada and her shit. So whatever. But it was like Will and Jada were such a household name, if you will.
And I hate that it's coming down to.
And this is what they turned into. And so that's what's so sad about it. Like Will and Jada, one of those couples people use as a staple, as a sample, as Jamaicans would say. But they were the example of that. And now Will and Jada have been broken down to a fucking meme. And it just gets worse and worse and worse. Every time she opens. All right, Jada, we doing this. We not on your team no more. All right, last two topics, they coincide. We're gonna start with the girl you sent me and lead it to your podcast. Micah sent me a young lady today. Don't know her name, don't even want to know. I want to keep her as anonymous as we can because she is going through it sounds like. But you know what I try to do for the potties is I try to play. Let me see if I can get the audio and let y'all hear. It's short, it's like a couple seconds, but it's something Micah sent me. It's a young lady talking about motherhood and
how hard it is. And she wish somebody told her what it was gonna be like.
And she fucking hates it from what I gather. Yeah. I know, but I want to get this ready for it. Jada, hold on.
That I actually had to.
Not right now, Jada. I think I'm gonna steal the audio from this. All right, so let's see. I'm sorry, we missed a little bit. Okay, Baltimore. She don't care about her kids either. Oh, she don't care about her kids either because that's
embarrassing.
Oh, it's so embarrassing. He might have, but we don't know. She humping kids. She definitely humping kids. Okay, I'm gonna play the audio for you guys. And we'll talk about it after.
Can I confess something? I love my kid. Fucking hate being a mom. I fucking hate being a parent. Like I fucking hate it. And I feel bad for saying that, but like I wish someone would have let people with DPD know that like we really should be moms.
That's what that is. I'm trying to figure out what that was.
Fucking complicated. I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to be responsible for this type of human. I just want to be responsible for myself.
I'm gonna do it over here too.
I didn't know parenthood was gonna be like this. I didn't know I was gonna be doing it all by myself with no support system, no family, no anything. I didn't know. If I would have known, I would have never done it. Would have never known. Can I confess something?
Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time because I want to make sure my YouTube got it. Listen, YouTube.
Can I confess something? I love my kid. Fucking hate being a mom. I fucking hate being a parent. Like, I fucking hate it. And I feel bad for saying that, but like, I wish someone would have let people with BPD know that like we really shouldn't be moms. Like, having a kid is too fucking complicated. I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to be responsible for this tiny human. I just want to be responsible for myself, and it's too late now. I didn't know parenthood was gonna be like this. I didn't know I was gonna be doing it all by myself with no support system, no family, no anything. I didn't know. If I would have known, I would have never done it. Would have never happened.
Okay. Shout out to Darnisha. She said, "Child, nobody talks about what it takes to be a parent day in and day out." Okay. I'm gonna let Micah go.
Okay.
Let's talk. Say it again.
BPD is bipolar disorder.
So I heard that when I first listened to it, and I was like, okay, she got something, and I was thinking postpartum, but I didn't even hear the acronym. So BPD, okay, that
has
bipolar disorder.
That's split personality, right? That's a whole nother level of mental illness. So she's absolutely correct. I'm pretty sure struggling with that mental illness and being a parent is hard as fuck. I don't know if you guys watch Girlfriends, but Lynn's mom suffered from bipolar disorder. And their relationship was very tumultuous, very one-sided, her mom was like very in and out, lucid sometimes, like she couldn't really be there for Lynn because she couldn't be there for herself. So let me talk to the mental health community in that sense. She's having a breakdown because now the realization of dealing with the mental illness and now taking care of a human being by herself is overwhelming. Motherhood can be overwhelming when you don't have support.
That's full.
Literally. Like
them kids a lot.
If you don't have grandma, you don't have a best friend, you don't have a fucking
husband, a partner.
That shit is hard. I commend single mothers every fucking day because even taking Amari to the store by myself, when I did go to the store, felt very. It felt was a scary thing for me because I felt
scary.
I felt vulnerable.
It's so scary.
So it's a vulnerable thing to have to think about the protection of another being.
Because that's why don't bring me on boat. Like that scares me. Right. Like to have to worry about her.
I have to say in one breath, I totally understand. I feel her. I don't understand. I feel her.
Yeah.
I don't have bipolar disorder. I don't know what that's like, but I can only imagine what it's like to be diagnosed with a mental illness and then have to take care of a person. Yeah. Because you can barely take care of yourself. And mentally, you're constantly checking out. So there's that for the mental health thing. When I saw it, I did not have sympathy for her. Even when she said BPD, I didn't have sympathy. And if TV didn't exist, if TV didn't exist and we didn't have movies and like images or stories to like tell us what parenthood and motherhood would be like, then I can see what she's talking about. But no one had to tell you about parenthood for you to know. We've been watching parenting stories since the beginning of fucking time, bro. Like I can name shows right now that shows you what parenting is about and what it entails and all the sacrifices they make and how it becomes less about you and more about them. And I don't know if it's naivety. I don't know if it's a BPD, bitch. I don't know. Maybe she checked the fuck out when she was literally pregnant. I don't know. Her psychosis diagnosis is just, it's making this all type of whatever.
Yeah.
But I did not feel remorse when she said, I wish somebody told me about parenting. Because we get so many different signals from so many different other socialization places about how it could be. And you got pregnant and maybe they were together and the baby came and he left. I don't fucking know what her story is. But that's my take on it.
Okay. when Michael sent it to me, I did hear whatever her thing was, but I was immediately so fucking annoyed. I was so annoyed with her, and I was so annoyed with her comments. And I always try to gauge myself. I said it to Michael, and I said it on the podcast many times. But I gotta watch myself when it comes to like suicidal stuff or things like this, because I feel like I'm not sensitive enough to handle that. I've been low, and I ain't never been suicidal, so I don't even know that. But I do sympathize with that shit a lot, because I just feel like when somebody decides to want to go that far, imagine how you must feel to want to be there. And it's like, damn, I want to give you a hug and try to drag you out of that. So I'll never knock that shit. That's some real gangster shit. Yeah, to want to do that. I ain't never been that bad. But when it comes to, I don't know, the way I feel about my kid is insane. What about her kid is insane. What about kids? Anybody's kid is insane. And I don't know that feeling. So I was sympathetic to that, but I think my annoyance came from everything Micah mentioned. No one has ever made being a parent seem easy. If I'm being honest, and I thought it, Micah just said what she said, if I feel like TV shows low-key made it seem harder, then what the fuck I'm going through, me and my shit all right. Like, school is beating our ass a little bit, math, but I've been the tutor, and so far, with how bad I am in math, I've been able to tutor this motherfucker through every grade, right? So we're making it. So my thing is, society sets us up to know that this is not a walk in the park, bitch.
Yeah.
So then this is where accountability and self-responsibility takes place. Because I don't know what it is like to have a disorder or something like that, or have a mental thing going on. Yeah. But you know you got that. So now that you know you got that, what are you doing to prepare for what the fuck comes from that? There are drugs involved with keeping your shit in check. Yeah. I get migraines. That's the only thing that's like drug related for me. I can go get prescription pills for how bad my migraines are. I mean, I can't see. It got to be completely dark, completely silent. I'm seeing blotches when I open my eyes. I cannot visually see. That's what my migraines are like. I'm crying. So I can get drugs for this. That's as far as my shit goes. But if I had something that changes my whole fucking demeanor, because that's what bipolar disorder does, as Michael just mentioned. Yeah. You a different fucking person. Yeah. And then, not to mention having that and sprinkling postpartum on that. And anybody can get that. Everybody, women, all women might get that. Like, it's just really that bad. I could have went through it and didn't even know, really. But that's how the shit sneak up on you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm gonna answer it two ways. If we take her bipolar disorder out of it, bitch, you getting on my nerves immediately. I don't want to hear your whining and complaining. You were fucking, like, literally. That's really the purpose of fucking. The point of fucking is to procreate. For every fucking creature here. Whether you believe in science, the Lord, whatever the fuck your thing is. Procreation is the point of fucking. And you've been doing it. So if you fucked around and got knocked up, bitch, that's what was supposed to happen. Yeah. So you need to now make a decision. There are countless fucking options. There are multiple women who cannot have children, who are hoping and praying to get one. You could have gave that motherfucker up. It doesn't mean it's the best life for him, but shit, you never know. It's like it's rolling the dice. So if we take all her shit out of it, her whole little rant, it was so
it was sad, but it was
right, because it was let's start with sad. It was more sad so, because of the baby. And it was more sad. And the baby, that's what we're thinking. It was so sad.
We're thinking about the child that has to deal with a mom that said that about the child.
And we still feel bad for this bitch. Yeah. I'm not even gonna knock it. If we not consider her disorder yet, we feel bad for her, because you gotta be realistic where this woman still has to take care of this child. And she does not feel good. She's mentally not okay. She's not happy. She's not in a good space. And I've been in not good spaces with a 1-year-old.
And being not in a good space with
and not having support.
That's detrimental to the child.
Because I was in a not good space. But unlike her, I had people I could have called.
Yeah.
right? So it wasn't my mama. I could have called my mama, but it wasn't my mama. It was my friends. I every time I got to shout out Paige and I got to shout out Tarsha. I called them bitches a lot. She's at the time she was at FAM, but every time this bitch was in town.
Yeah.
Come talk to
I
me.
need you to
Come talk to this motherfucker. Yeah. And I literally would go in my room, close. I closed the door, but didn't lock it because Mia could open doors. And I would go in my closet and close the door. I had like slide, and I would cry. Cry, because my daddy was wearing me. Yeah. I'm okay now. Like, see, it's a rainbow, right? But that shit was tough. So that's why she annoyed me with this shit, but I gotta be realistic. You saw that thing in the person. But so that was my fucking situation. And I did have support. And so I get supported. Without support, it definitely is a thing. And in the comments, it's something I saw. In the comments, a really long paragraph, and I read all of it, but the point that stuck out to me was she was like, studies, this is like a scientific thing. So if you're with that, and I do like that. I do like studies.
Fucking adults in the child's life completes the socio-emotional.
I need you to repeat that louder for the fucking people in the back.
It takes 7 adults to complete a child's social emotional learning levels and completion. A child needs 7 people to feel complete, to be complete on every level. 7. That makes sense to me because we're all worn the fuck out at some point. Like, I can't do 100% all day when I have so many other things to. I can't do it by myself.
We talked about this.
Even said 2-parent households can't do it alone.
They can't do it. But here's why what I thought of. This is what I thought of instantly. We had this conversation before about Amari. Erica's Amari's godmom, right? And we was talking about, he's a Virgo. We trying to figure out how we trying to mold him, what we need TT baby to be, But it was just like, Michael was like, he'll get good advice. He was like, but Erica, it's like Erica. And Erica's life is what it is. But this bitch has a whole different view, a whole different perspective that she's going to give Micah's son. I have a whole different perspective that I'm going to give Micah's son. Paige has a whole different perspective that she's going to give Micah's son. Willie's 2 sisters and brother got 3 different whole fucking perspectives. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's what I thought of. And to me, I don't think you may not need 7 people to raise a child, but I feel like you need 7 people or whatever, a village, to raise a fully functioning child because they are experienced and they've seen different types of people. Because there's only, so I don't know what the number is. I don't know what number I would put or what number whoever did this before me, but there's like maybe 3 or 4 different types of people, right? There's a certain type. Yes, there's not that many personality types, right? Good. So having 7, that covers all 4 and variations that could be. You could be the A, but A.2. You could be B, but B.3. Right. So that's where the 7 comes in, bro. So to me, that's even harder because it's like, and I guess I never thought about that. My kid is 11, and my kid has had many different sides. Her dad's side is more the urban side. I'll give him that, right? I done called him ghetto a couple of times and had arguments about his side. I won't put it there because I've seen ghetto. Manny's side ain't ghetto, but they are definitely more urban than me. I'm definitely more on the proper side, I guess I would say, but not really, right? Like I'll be cussing and all that, but a grammar and shit like that, education, school is like a priority for me. So Mia has no choice on this end. So she gets that, but I always credit her dad because he's just such a good guy, right? Like aside from our relationships and whatever took place with that, as a person, the man that he has grown into today, that's a good guy. And I love all the aspects that brings. And then we got all his siblings. We got his parents. We got his whole other side of family. And Mia is way closer to them or has more interactions with his family than she does with mine. She doesn't really meet nobody. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, nobody. Well, on my side, she doesn't get family. She gets the family that I picked, right? So she gets mommy's chosen family. She got Auntie Micah, she got Auntie Paige, and etc. So that's kind of the dynamic there. So to take it all back, when it comes to that, she lost me there. When you put her her disability, we call it that,
support
and no support, and then we sympathize with the sister a little more. And I'm not even going to bring up the whole you should have thought about this before you got pregnant. I'm not going to bring up, well, you should have got married before you got pregnant. I didn't get married before I got pregnant.
Well, it don't matter,
right? Because it doesn't matter, because that's just not how shit works.
It's a partnership.
Right.
Do you have help?
Yeah.
Do you have help?
Yeah.
Are they willing to stay? That's the point. She didn't know she was going to end up like that when she got pregnant. Who knows what her situation was?
Who knows what her situation was? There was a girl, I talked about this like maybe 3 episodes ago. But there's a girl, she went viral, and she's doing pretty good now. This is viral, she's whatever. But she was just like, she's holding the baby like this. She's like, God, just be careful. Like, this is some random Atlanta guy's baby. Like, I was out having time. She's so beautiful. I sent her daycare. This is not even her shirt. Whose shirt is this? Who put this shirt on my baby? So her thing was like, just be careful when you out here fucking y'all. Cause it's like,
white woman, right?
No, she was Indian. She looked, I'm gonna show you her, but she was giving coolly, not like, she was giving something.
West Indian.
Yeah, she was something. But the baby was cute, and the baby daddy eventually came, because apparently he has a few baby moms. And when you see him, he's not even cute. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck y'all was doing. There's a lot of niggas drunk. I get right. But his baby mom was bad as fuck. Like another baby, I'm not gonna say all, but 2 came out. The one went viral, and then another one came out. She looked like a white girl, but she was a good looking ass white girl. And she was like, he didn't do anything for my daughter. Like, I haven't seen him since. So he was just like, man, I'll take all these fucking kids, but I'm out here trying to work. Because he came out like, I don't know why the fuck she said all this shit. A nigga out here doing his thing. Right. So either way, she kind of came and she got dragged too. But she seemed to be embraced it. Yeah, I was out here fucking, bruh, and I fucked him. He my baby daddy. Or whatever. And so there's that little aspect of it that I got to put on sis still. And I do feel bad for all the things she has going on. And
I hope she gets help.
Yes, whoever reposted her, shout out to them for like covering her face and stuff like that, because like I said, we both said it when we first saw it, we was annoyed. It's like, bitch.
I hope she gets help.
But we have to account.
I hope that baby is okay.
I hope the baby's okay.
It's a real place not even to have BPD, and postpartum depression can creep in, and you can put your child in the street and walk away. Women have done it. No pre-mental disorders previous to their pregnancy. They have put their child in harm's way
in the craziest
they don't
way.
Have to deal with it. So it's a real place. I'm gonna
throw this out. This is an aggressive one. This is an aggressive one. I know, cover it. But I just want to throw this out there. Postpartum is something that it's like, I feel like, I love that it's getting as much attention as it's getting now. And I thank God that I don't feel like I went through postpartum. I feel like I was fine. When I think back on it, we can talk about it off air, but it's like, I remember like my mommy had like quit her job and like left. Mm-hmm. Like maybe when Mia was about 3 months old.
Yeah.
And I was there until Mia was for like about 6 months.
Yeah.
By myself in the house. And Manny wasn't there. Like he was in Florida, right? Yeah. But he didn't live there. It was just me and this fucking baby. Yeah. Right. And I don't remember it being bad. Like I just remember just getting through it.
You're a baby person. So
right. And I have videos of it, but I was just like, man. So like I said, I don't feel like I went through postpartum. So I don't claim that. However, I acknowledge and I feel so bad for my sisters in armor, right? That go through that. And so that is something that's very, very serious. The worst case I've personally heard of it. A woman cut her baby's arm off. No sign of anything. And this was this story was from like the 1960s, but the husband just felt like, they didn't even know postpartum was a thing yet. I don't think it had a name yet. But she was just losing it, right? And the baby just kept crying, and something told her that like it was something about take the baby to the angels or some shit. She sat there and cut her kid's fucking arms off. This is a fucking like 2-month-old or something. And it was just crazy. And then she just sat there and the baby bled to death and died. And it was that dramatic. But even in the recent days, women are just like, worst case scenario,
a lot happening.
Throwing them over bridges, y'all. Like so my thing is, I feel like the more dramatic things need to be brought up, because I need you guys to understand it's not just a woman crabbing about her feelings. she can really hurt this kid, and it really isn't her fault.
Because it's chemical imbalance.
It's imbalanced. She may just really be off.
It's honestly nothing that
it's not her, but it can get really fucking left.
You can't control, because the endorphins that are released, the hormones that are released, that when you let go, when you release a child out of your body, there are things that are happening chemically that cause imbalances in functionality, which leads to psychosis, and which leads to separateness and dysfunction and disassociation. It's very easy. Once the baby comes out, some women don't even want to fucking touch their kid. That's not mine.
And I didn't feel that way any way, shape, or form. And I try to gauge myself, where that may seem so foreign for me or whatever, but you guys gotta just, and I don't know, for men or maybe for women like myself who just didn't go through that. It just seems like I would never do that, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
The point is someone's mind is telling them that this makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we have to be sympathetic to that. We have to sympathize with that.
And the science shows the leak of what happened when it happened.
Yeah.
Like literally, like this is on a CAT scan of
it's sad. Yeah.
connectivity and disconnectivity in certain areas in the brain when psychotic breaks have happened. So yeah.
Okay, so the last one is the podcast. You have to give me the summary of what it is. I was trying to trail it into there because it was about parenting. So
I mean, long story short, it's 4 Black women. It's called Getting Grown, and they talked about their complicated relationships with their mom. All of them are, I want to say, 33 and up. I think the oldest on there was like 40 or something like that. And they all had previously had this conversation with each other, just drinking one night. They were just like, you know what? Let's talk about our moms. And then everybody just kind of went, right? And so they found they had more in common with the dysfunction of the relationship than they did opposite. And for one girl, she's completely like, that's it for me and my mama. Like, we're done. Like, and not even on I'm never talking to her again. I'm accepting where we're at. And I just hope we can move forward with where we're at, because there's nothing, I can't possibly begin to forgive her. I'm trying, but every time I try to forgive her, something always keeps bringing back to when I was 10. So she's having a hard time moving forward.
Sad, babe.
Because the damage is done. You weren't there. You did this when I was.
And what was her mom? Her mom's attitude wasn't the best either.
No, her mom is like a little bit like mine. All of a sudden, I turned 33. Yeah. It's like, hey girl, like literally.
Well, we not on it.
Minute 57 is my life. She literally was like, one day, she answered the phone for her mom, and her mom was like, "What's up? What's T, sis?" And she was like, yeah, what's going on with you, girl? And she's literally like,
girl, what?
We don't do this.
We not right. Like it.
And because we don't do this, your mom wants a relationship with you the way that she sees it right now, or the way that she's perceived it this way. And you have a whole different idea of what it's been. And the reality of it is you have not cultivated this relationship.
So we don't have that.
So you cannot possibly expect that to happen, but that's where they are. So it was very just, I think for anybody.
What were the other ones? What were their relationships?
Another one, like I said, one cut her mom off completely because I can't forgive you. I'm trying and I can't.
She sounded like me. My mama, I don't know. I'm gonna try, and if I can't, I'm just.
Yeah, she said I can't, but you still seem to want to.
Because my mama not tripping. My mom accepts my complaints enough for us to move on. If Dylan ever decided, fuck you, I'm not doing this, my mama, so I can see me doing it because I can't.
And because you have the will, to want that, it's different. She does not, the will has been lost.
Yeah.
She doesn't want that.
She don't want to deal with it.
So that's one person. The other person is like mine. All of a sudden they wake up at 35 and all of a sudden my mom wants to be my best friend. It's like,
that's what I'm sorry. To the girl that cut her mom off, did she seem happy, sad about the decision? How did she feel about what did you get from it? Content. I like that. She content. And that's really all you asked for.
And she cut her father off too.
Oh, she said fuck both of them. Okay, keep going.
And she had a conversation with her dad in her mom's living room. And she's like, I never want you to speak to me again. And when you see me, act like you don't know me. Like that's how the cutting off went. And her mom watched her do that. So she was like, I don't know why mom keep fucking.
Go, she keep playing because you next. If you
can, right.
And she did.
So that was one. And the other one was like mine. And then another one was like, well, you know, I had a Caribbean mom. She wants the best for me.
They the worst.
I have grown to be a perfectionist, and I have grown to not settle for less, because my mom has given me so much anxiety from her life that I can't even move forward in my life without it. She said, I literally remember being 4 or 5, trying not to make noise when my mom was home, because I didn't want to be a part of her problem that she has already. So being a child, going through your whole life, stepping on eggshells, trying not to bother your mom, and then you finally get the opportunity, someone else sees it. A teacher saw it in her. So a teacher recognized her anxiety at a young age and was asking her mom, you know, she gets really, really, really anxious when we're about to take a test. She does really well, but even with her good grades, it almost seems like it's never enough. Where do you think that could be coming from? And then her mom was like, well, I have no idea. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And so it took a while for their dynamic to kind of like be where it is, and it's still trying. She's in a place where she cannot be honest with her mom because she's scared to hurt her mom's feelings.
And my thing is they mamas don't, well, maybe my mama don't watch my podcast, so maybe I'm gonna say maybe so their moms don't. They seem a little more famous.
Her mom listened to the podcast, so she didn't seem like she was like saving her mom in a sense.
She was going with the flow.
But she was like,
this may be the introduction to the conversation.
But they did start the podcast off by, this is by no means this is not giving anyone room to
talk shit about
our moms.
Yeah.
Right? This is a candid conversation. We're being open and honest. And we're healing.
Yeah, I don't talk to my mom at this moment.
Be like that.
It's too many of us that got a weird relationship right now.
Yeah, and so what they were saying, conversations like these need to happen more among the community of mothers and daughters. But even they only had one mom a part of the podcast.
So it's 4 of them.
It's 4 of them.
So one of their moms said, and one don't talk to her mama. No.
So out of all 4, only one is an actual mom today.
Okay.
Nobody has kids.
Okay.
But her. So her perspective was very different because she's coming from another
what was her
perspective.
Yeah.
So her kid, and everybody loves her kid. Her name is Nova. So
how old is Nova?
I think she's like under 6 or something like that. But they were like, she is the freest fucking kid I've ever met in my life. You could tell her mom had been through some therapy, whatever. She beats to her own drum. Like they were going on and on about how much they love her spirit. And she's a daddy's girl and all that.
Aren't they all?
And so that woman was saying, I love my mom to death, and I can meet her where she's at, and she is Caribbean as well. But I have to tell my mom to chill the fuck out a lot.
Oh, she sound like me then.
Right? And so I'm saying, we all can find ourselves.
You can find ourselves.
Stories, right? So in telling her mom to chill the fuck out, she's had to teach her mom how to be her mom. In a sense.
And so I'm finished because that triggered me to you.
She had to teach her mom how to be a mom in a sense, but also moving forward, knowing that they still have room for growth and that her mom is still going. Her dad, side note, has always capped for her, for the kid. So she was like, if it wasn't for my dad, I feel like my mom and I would be much worse. I feel like my dad has helped me accept my mom and kind of meet my mom where she's at, but he's also advocated for me. And so that way we can have a better relationship because we've had him. So they're good. She's the only, only one. All 4.
Okay. What did you say that made me stop? Made me jump.
She capped for her mom. No. Before that, she has to teach her mom how to be a mom.
Okay. I feel like my because I'm trying to go to you, but I've been checking my mama a lot lately. But I've been checking my mom a lot lately because of things that I've been doing for my child.
Right.
Things that I've been doing for Mia has been making me check my mom. And I talked about this. Girl, I teared up on the last episode. Yeah. I was very, I've never done that. But I was like, no, I did it. But almost, bitch, almost got me. But it was kind of like that. And it's like, Me and my mom have a great relationship, and it is on some. I don't play the fiddle, but checking my mama. Mom, you can't say that. You know, I'm really quick with that because I'm the older one. She has two of us now, but I was the only child for a long time. So either way, the point I want to bring up is my mom has made comments in the heated moment, but she has implied that I'm not a good mom. And that doesn't fuck with me, but coming from her, it's cut deep, you know, because I hold my mom to like a different standard. Like I love my mama, right? And if I'm being honest, even everything I went through, I feel like my mom did a phenomenal job. Like I don't have any moments where I'm really pissed at her. It's like little things I think about. And they're not little, but there's like trails I can run off on. That well, bitch, you could have been a little bit there because you talking shit. But you know whatever. So with you, what I want to say in your case is, it's like, don't you feel like becoming a mom has given you like a whole different view on like motherhood? Because it's like, that's what makes you check your mom. I think becoming a mom gives you the power to check your mom, yeah. Quote, air quotes, yeah. On what the fuck they did or did not do. I feel like that's where the conversation really comes up. That's maybe where it gets more tumultuous. When it's like, now that you're a mom and you know what you feel, it's the feeling of, I never fucking do this to my kid. Yeah. Or I never fucking say this to my kid. Yeah. And that's why I'm checking your ass now, because you said this to me, or you did this to me. Yeah. So with that, it's like, how much did you do this with sis before? So that's the thing. Before you became a mom, do you feel like?
I've always been the type to speak up.
Do you feel like motherhood has changed it? How much do you feel like motherhood has changed it? Or how much? How do you feel? Either way,
how fast I do it is probably different. I'm always gonna say it. How quick I say it, right. Has changed.
Do you feel like you feel differently? How does it make you feel? I mean, is anything different? I mean, now being a mom
since 2020,
and thinking about your
2015, I've been checking my mom.
Period.
I became a mom in 2021. So for me, the things that I've been checking her about have been different, right? The way that I've been coming at her changed, but I've always came at her, right? And if she's always checking me about my disrespect,
the titles have been different.
Yeah, my disrespect level, the way that I say things, she's always, oh, I would never say that to my mom. She was saying that shit to me since 2015. So I even had a conversation with Shamira, and Shamira was like, you said it to your mom? I was like, yes, I did. And it wasn't disrespectful.
And it got disrespectful. It didn't be disrespectful.
But it wasn't disrespectful. It's what I felt.
And I'm an adult now, so let's be real. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about what's going on. I'm going to be
real
with what I feel, right?
Yeah.
And so my mom has always had that with me.
And right? Again, Micah's mom is a licensed therapist, doctor, like PhD doctor. This is not your regular decker. So and to me, that has to affect her differently too, because
my mom computes things
very she computes shit very.
And so because we have a very therapy-based family, we have always had open conversation about it. She has always told me, I don't like the way you said that. And I would never say that to my mom the way that you say it. And you're so liberal and you're so open, blah, blah, blah. But we still.
When's she been saying that? Since like a youth?
What?
Since you were a youth, she been saying it like that?
No, 2015.
Okay, 2015. Yeah. Because that's what I'm saying. Because when you're younger, you tell your kid how to talk to you, and you just got to do it. Like you know what I'm saying?
She couldn't believe I was.
But at that age, she was like, I can't believe you.
Liberally speaking to her as I was.
Yeah.
But honestly, I feel like you get a little gusto, and it's not to her; it's to the other person that I got the gusto that I'm a mom.
Yeah.
I haven't had to have that I'm a mom gusto with her, because the things that I've had issues with her were here long before, and they don't really have anything to do with our relationship.
Yeah.
If that
I don't know how to explain it. I get what you mean.
But I don't get the I'm a mom now bitch when it comes to her. It's I'm a now bitch when it comes to somebody else that I've been dealing with.
Yeah.
And the family.
Yeah.
So she has very much so got that you're not gonna now it's giving out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because with me and my mom is more so us. Just us, our internal shit, the stuff that we got to get through.
Yeah.
That not necessarily things she has done to me, just
It's a dynamic. Yeah, it's
helping her with the
different.
dynamic.
Yeah, it's a dynamic. It's a dynamic.
It's helping her with the dynamic.
Yeah.
So,
but I guess what I'm digging for from you is how, because we have very different ways that we handle this. Like Micah, and I won't label me disrespectful. I won't say that, but Micah is, I feel like, way more respectful with it when she delivers it. Whereas I may be a little more blunt with it, but like I ain't gonna try my mom in no type of way. But me and my mom is like, we do have a very different relationship than Micah and her mom.
Much closer. Too.
Yeah, right.
A little bit more understanding. Your mom like she don't know you sometimes.
Much closer, but a little bit more. Yeah, and to me, and that's what made that little part you said is our sting. Y'all's sting is different, but that's our sting because we are closer. And you should know me better. And you fucking know. Right? So that's our sting. Micah's sting with her mom is a different sting. But we all have our stings, if you will. And so it's like, I guess that's what I'm digging for with you. It's like, I guess I want to know, I can give it to you guys. But Micah is my longest friend. Not my longest friend, but Micah has been somebody that me and Micah we had arguments like recently, like in the last couple years, but I've known Micah for like 20. Yeah, at this point, right? So this is my most consistent, long-standing, same birthday. We feel the same about a lot of shit. We're like at 98% the same. That little 2% is the difference, right? So I want to know, I guess how are you handling telling her this shit and delivering this in a way now, though, that she really gets it? Because it's, you know, what I'm saying? About it. I'm trying to find
so when you say really get it, you have to, okay, so my mom is a boomer. You have to meet the boomer where the boomer
I don't know if all of us got boomer moms.
No one.
My mama not a boomer.
No one has boomer moms. My mom is from a generation where she fight the power, she lived through segregation, like all of that shit, right? Yeah. So the way that she computes
that's
things.
What she's fighting for real.
Yeah, the way that she computes things, the way that she understands things, we are so far from each other, right? So fucking different. She don't like talking about nothing but social justice with me, and I agree, and I'm with it. That's the thing that we can connect with.
Yeah.
Listen, if we
that's her girl. That's her girl.
Bitch,
that's her baby.
But honestly, bringing things up to my mom has never been difficult for me. It's the acceptance of how it moving forward is going to change for me, because I told my mom countless times, we're so different, mommy. That's where we're at. Yeah. This is what we have to accept for our relationship to be, because this is who we are.
That's where we at.
And honestly, when it comes to choosing people to hang out with, everybody's not your fucking cup of tea. If I met you, I wouldn't be your friend.
Hello.
Right? But, you know what I mean? So when it comes to stuff like that, it's like, okay, you kind of got to consider where this person is coming from and where they can learn and hear you from. So regardless of what I'm saying to you, it's not going to, it may not register the same way that I need it to, but guess what? You heard what I said, right?
Period. I said what I said.
And that will never leave your mind.
Yeah.
So me sharing with you how I felt about X, Y, and Z, I will hope that you would understand it and move forward. But guess what? Teaching a dog old tricks just takes a habit. And you can teach a dog old tricks. It just takes fucking forever.
And what's your mindset in the process of all this?
I mean,
how are you receiving this as a youth? Yes, because it's different now that you're somebody else.
Kids, it was weighing on me heavier. Now I don't give a flying fuck. Like that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Because I have so many other things to worry about. And I'm literally trying to be as present as fuck with my sons as possible, because I'm thinking about their first grade. Bitch. I'm thinking about their first grade, first day. I'm thinking about their high school.
This is an educator. I'm trying to be present. Think about her son.
I'm trying to be present. Yeah. I'm focusing on being present as fuck with my children, because I'm constantly leaving the present and going to their future. And I have to bring my ass back constantly. I don't have time to think about the relationship I have with my fucking. Okay, that shit's gone. I have to build a relationship with my fucking kids.
So Micah sounds like you would resonate with the person on the podcast that was meeting their mom where they were.
Yeah.
Yes, and it was like, all right, we just finna.
When we good, we good. We not, we
Yeah,
not.
and it just is what it is.
We're done.
And okay, something else I want to say. I know you gotta go. Something else I want to say is, how do you handle your mom not handling this well? I feel like her mom wants the relationship to be here, but the relationship is here.
It's sad.
And Micah was like, sis, we're okay here. Why are you tripping? But she's like, but we want to be here.
No.
And how do you handle your mom's constant push?
So my
or
thing
pull
is,
to bring
I told
you
her,
here?
I said, this is what I need for you as my mom. I need you to do this. If I don't ask you to do this, please stop. If I don't ask for advice, please stop. Like literally, I had to tell my mom, please stop.
And this can present itself in various ways.
Yeah.
Micah's version sounds like a nice version. And I like this version. This is a more, because your mama not crazy, so we can put it there, right? But some of y'all got more aggressive parents, right?
Yeah.
We all have
you
that.
may not be able to
And
say
you,
because somebody told us they're still working on how to speak to their mom. If I was this person's daughter, she would never fucking speak to me or my child.
It's a wrap.
Because people get the parents that they need.
And that's deep, Micah. Why the fuck she need her?
She need her for something. She needs to learn how to cut people off. She needs to learn how to stick up for herself. She needs to stick up for her child.
I heard a story.
Something.
It's a story I gave Micah, and the mom was just the worst, right? And I won't even share it, but it was just bad. And so it's one of those things where it's like, but damn, if you get what you get as a parent, right? You didn't ask to be here, so whoever the fuck birthed you. But to me, that's so mind blowing when you fuck around and get a parent that's like that. What do you do with a parent? And for an example, part of this parent's issue was they found something negative to say every time they got on the call to their child.
I have nothing to say.
And she's an island parent. So let me also say that, because that's something that I feel like is very different based on your culture. Island people in general, parents or not, just pick the worst fucking things to point out. I'm Jamaican. Say the issue. And I'm Jamaican, and the person we're talking about is Jamaican. Her mom's Jamaican, and it's like, you put on weight in. Oh, your eyes so dark. Beginning to fix this. You know, look good this so. Fix your hair. It's like every time she get on FaceTime with this bitch, it's pointing out something negative. And it's like, damn, bitch. Like, I don't like this.
My granny pointed out weight gain every time she saw my parents. Every time.
Maybe her mama older, and maybe that's just
every fucking time. That generation. She gained weight, huh? Every time. She know. Oh, you lose weight.
I feel like my family in Jamaica does that, right? But just not in a way.
That's the only thing Granny did. She gonna tell you gained weight or you lost it. Either way.
Her mama was mean, and I guess that word. I feel so bad for that, because it's
you
like
will never fucking speak. You will never get an opportunity to make my child feel how I felt.
She wasn't mean to the grandchild, but she said very fucked up things. Because in her mind, I did this because in her mind she wasn't mean, and I don't think she was intending to be mean. But she was literally on some, your mama took you out of the house looking like that? I would never take you out of the house looking like that. You look a mess.
Dare you think that what are your intentions?
Why the fuck would you, that's what she said.
What are your intentions?
Why the fuck would you say this to my child?
But what are your intentions? You are
to get cussed about. Trying to get cussed about. That's what's about to happen.
You're a horrible person. You never speak to my kids.
Never. And I'm with Micah. I said sis, this bitch should never talk to me again. I don't give a fuck if you birth me. You can suck my dick. You're not about to talk to me or my kid like this. It's a wrap. It's a dub. Okay. Get off my mom.
Shut your ass up, boy.
Shut the fuck up, boy.
No,
shut the fuck up, boy. Go edit them fucking videos. Anyway, all right, we're gonna wrap it up here because we gotta fucking go. Beth, it's been a pleasure. It's time. I've had. Okay, I don't know. You don't know how to do this.
I mean,
yeah. Anyway, this is the 100th episode. Let's talk about this. So, Micah, let's be realistic. You know, this should have been like the 200th episode. had we stuck to this podcast,
oh yeah, it would have been.
We would have been 200
Yeah,
deep.
yeah,
It would have been in the 200.
Yeah.
We've stopped while we were both on it still.
Life was life.
Life was life, and we just got caught up. And then I stopped for a full year, so let's also account for that. So we would have been in the 3 because even while we were doing it, we went like 6 weeks. So this has been a pleasure. It's been a delight having you on here. It's been so nice. I'm going to try to find a way to get, if it's 4 weeks in a month, I'm gonna try to find a way to get a guest at least once a month. And Micah, honestly, we are in the same community at this point.
Yeah.
And I see her all the time. It's just timing, y'all. It's just kind of coordinated for you. There's so many things we have to talk about. I wrote down 3 different episodes already that I'm ready to talk about. So I love you. And thank you to celebrate Big Mike. I'm so happy for all the things that are taking place for you. I'll cry right now. I've just been so overwhelmed, right? Every time this bitch get pregnant, I cry, I scream. It's a joy. We hope for the little girl, but it seemed like her and her nigga just deep side. Mia is my daughter, is her godchild, so
it works out.
That may be the only girl.
And I gave her
But I don't believe that. I don't believe that, right? I believe in the little girl that's
one more.
I'm not gonna say the name. One more. So 3 is your cap?
But I'm saying
You ain't saying
one
that.
more time. 4 was the fucking cap. It ain't more than that. 5 started before I started having kids. It's funny. That shit gonna change. That shit gonna change when you pop.
When you start getting knocked up. That was me. I wanted 1, and then I wanted like 7, and I got pregnant 1 time.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
Ain't been pregnant.
So I can do this shit 2 more times, and that's what y'all gonna get out. I can do it twice. I can do it 2 more times on the strength of just being.
So that's really 3. So that's really 3 because she could do it 2 more times willingly, and that third, Renika, shout out to Renika. Renika was comfortable with the fucking 1-year-old she got. Renika's 7 fucking months pregnant right now. The babies be coming once they start fucking. It just happens. So anyway, all I want to say is I love you, baby, dearly. I know y'all ain't see her on the podcast, but it doesn't mean our friendship has diminished. I literally see her often and talk to her every day.
Y'all seen the motherfucking reels Leah been coming out with?
Micah and all my videos. We see each other all the time. We just don't have time for this. She been checking her phone. Her kids waiting on her and her man. So anyway, thank you so much for being on here. 100 fucking episode. Oh, Alexa, give me a round of applause.
Absolutely.
Bitch.
And I love you. Thank you for coming here and being on it. My girl. The wedding's coming up. I'll make a video. I'll talk about it. It's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait. We're gonna have some time. It's gonna be so great. Congratulations to Willie. I feel like the men always get left out of stuff like that. Shout out to my motherfucking brother from another love, Willie. Shout out to him, y'all fucking kids. The first one looked just like my baby, but the second one, he don't look just like Michael. He don't really look like none of them, but he's starting to look more like this kid. So we feel like she got the second.
He looked a little like Leah.
A lot like Leah. And that's my godson. The second one is my godson. He looks like
it's scary, y'all. They have the same brown complexion.
You want to take fucking black out and then I look like that? We have the same complexion. And when my hair is smooth back, I'm bald too, and I look just like him. His shit, he ain't got his hair is there, but it's straight. And it's like stuck to his head. It forms to his head. Amari wasn't like that. Her firstborn had hair and it curled. This one don't curl. That means that's supposed to be it's gonna be long. And so far, bitch, that has been true. Mia look like that. Her hair longer than mine. It's a lot. And I'm interested to see what Bree looked like as a youth. Because Bree has a lot of fucking hair. Aubrey.
Did you not see a picture of her when you?
I don't remember no more. Did you have hair?
Bitch.
Oh, then never mind. And Bree hair is dome thick. Like each follicle releases like
17 million.
So guys, Bree from Mission. Me too, bitch. Right. Okay, she's gonna run. Let's talk about hair follicles really fast. So I don't know if this is law, but a hair follicle has one hair strand that comes out. I don't know who this made us do this. I feel like it was Michael when she was doing Bree hair one day. But we looked at Bree's fucking follicles or the little hole that the hair comes out of. Bree has like
3 strands of hair that come out of each follicle. And we're like, damn, bitch. Why your shit so full? So Bree has like a head full of hair. And it's that was surprising to me. I don't want to call it weird, but like Bree has like thick hair, a lot of hair. Bree is a Trini native. So she coolly, but Bree just got a lot of fucking hair and it's thick and it's just a lot. And Mia's hair is kind of like that, but I did check Mia's follicles and there's only 1 strand coming out. But Bree different. That's my motherfucking dog. Exotic. Anyway, wrapping up episode 100 to my bitch. Congratulations to all the babies, first and foremost, and the wedding that's coming up.
Yes.
You deserve it all, my fucking coach, right?
Girl.
You said you were gonna hand me the bouquet. I don't want you to do that. I really actually want you to throw it.
Be in front.
Yeah, don't do it because because you have so many friends in relationships that really cool.
Yeah, they don't fucking
We hoping for the best. But anyway, y'all hear about the wedding. I love you guys. I'm gonna try to
drink it because I gotta get a play bouquet.
you know I save everything. So I'm gonna keep it. If
The one I'm getting.
yeah.
I'm
Right,
gonna
bitch.
get my hater.
We about to do it. Are you buying yours too?
Yeah.
In that bunch with us?
I did it.
All right, well, fuck it then. Okay, anyway, please visit us at letitsaveforyou.com. Please follow us at Let It Say It For You on IG. Let It Say It For You on YouTube. Let It Say It For You, just to you on Twitter. Oh, bitch, it's been nice. I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. 100th episode. I know it should have been the 300th because we should have did it, but don't worry about that.
Hundo.
I love you. Let It Say It For You. Thank you guys so much. Beautiful, bitch. I gotta be so bad.